It's Monday the 15th of January, also known as Blue Monday, and also one of the most popular days of the year to book a summer holiday.
But what if your well-earned foreign trip suddenly became taxed?
That as well. Everything else is taxed. Why not? An advisor for Ed Miliband, Shadow Secretary of State for Climate Change, has called for taxes on those who fly abroad to curb carbon emissions.
So should your foreign holidays be taxed to save the planet? Joining us now is founder of travel site God Save the Points, Gilbert Ott, and we also have the director of the Climate Media Coalition, Donncha McCarthy. Good morning to you both.
So what is God Save the Points, Gilbert?
It's a website centred around earning rewards so that people can travel in the most democratic and fair way.
But without paying any extra tax?
Well, I think they're already taxed individually, and adding an extra tax to something we all highly value personally seems
okay.
a bit...
Donncha, people, you will know, they cherish their holidays. It's like it's absolute sacrosanct to them. If they can afford to do it, they will do it more than once. So what's your saying? Do you think it should be made less affordable for people to travel?
I think frequent flyers are the real problem here, Eamon. We've got 50% of the United Kingdom population never take a flight each year.
Is that right?
50% take the flights, and they take 600 million flights. It's these frequent flyers are the problem.
Yes.
So what actually happens is that they are subsidised by the poor in this country. Why do I say that?
Why?
They pay no fuel duty. They pay no VAT, and yet the nurse driving to work has to pay VAT and fuel duty on her.
Do we not pay when we go to the airport to go anywhere? Is there not some sort of extra you pay for being at the airport?
Among the highest in the world. Already.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
But the companies pay no fuel duty and no VAT. And when I heard this gentleman's website was called God Save the Points, I thought it was a satire. I thought, what about God Save the Children from frequent flyers? The carbon emissions from a frequent flyer are staggering.
Yes, but Donncha, this isn't...
One flight of a family, let's say Sunak, takes his kids to LA, to his holiday home. That is something like 24 tonnes. It's 48 years of a poor family's electricity emissions for that one flight.
But, okay,
outrageous.
Yeah, but I mean, most of the frequent flyers, I'd imagine, people who are flying regularly, these are business people.
No, they're not.
These are holiday makers.
The people's second homes, they're the rich. The real problem with carbon change is the rich people.
This is a fundamental mistruth in that anyone today in this country, whether they're buying a sausage roll at Greg's, shopping at Sainsbury's, can earn rewards points which can fuel their holidays. That makes travel affordable. Furthermore, the UK already suffers from incredibly high taxes and fees on flights, which make it much harder for UK airlines to compete in the space. If you were to ban domestic flights or some of the other crazy propositions, it would only push market share to foreign competitors, thus further weakening the positions of very key industries, making it harder for people to reach these cities, which this country keeps talking about trying to champion. We need other hubs outside of London. How do you do that if
what we have
can't
to
reach them
remember
efficiently?
is that people like you who are promoting business flights are promoting the most damaging thing a person can do, climate change. And secondly, you're damaging working people in this country. Why do I say that? Because you are a loss. You're a £24 billion loss to the United Kingdom from tourism. The rich people spend their money. The rich people spend their money on holidays abroad, and poor people who are working in the tourist industry suffer. What we should be doing is patriotic. Holiday at home, it gives work to British people, and it saves Britain money, and it saves the climate. It's a win-win-win.
Britain has outsized benefit from tourism. It brings in people from all around the world to come and see
what is the net gain? Do you know what the GDP loss to Britain is?
I think you're working on flawed numbers.
Do you know what the GDP losses are?
I would love to hear...
It's a loss of £24 billion. Check it when you go home today.
From tourism.
£24 billion a year, because more people fly abroad for holidays than come to this country.
So no one benefits from restauants, hotels, the jobs that
it's a net loss.
Oh, OK, sure.
Donncha, see, you amaze me. I know you're Irish, right? Where are you from in Ireland?
From Cork.
Cork?
Yeah.
You're not tempted, or how do you get to Cork? Have you got family in Cork? Do you go back to Cork?
I went back to Dublin. I went by train to Holyhead and over by ferry. Took and it was actually a calm trip.
And that
I
is
mean,
a
Isabel's
conscious-
going holiday to the continent, driving. It's relaxed, it's calm, and
Yeah,
it's
but
not
she's
taxing the
doing
planet.
that for different reasons. Don't believe she's doing it to save the planet.
But,
Well, she says the
but I
planet
have
by
a
accident.
genuine question, Donica, because is there a risk if you go after people's sacrosanct holidays, as Eamon points out, people who do work incredibly hard, they cost of living crisis, people don't have much time together as a family, precious years when your children are growing up. If you then go after them and you tax them with good intentions, potentially, to save the planet, you lose hearts and minds. And then people just don't want to get involved in trying to save the planet.
We're not going after that family. We're not going after that family. What we are saying is the people who take 3, 4, 5 and 6, the people who are taking 9, 10, 12 flights a year, what we want is a frequent flyer tax. So the same tax, keep the tax the same on working class people who are going on their one holiday.
Gosh, that's an
everything-
incredible...
But every time you go on a second holiday flight, you double it and you double it and double it. So guys like Gilbert pay for the prices that they're inflicting on humanity.
Everything that you want to do is reductive. You want to tax things. You want to take things away. What about creating products
No, I want
that
people to have lovely
create
holidays in the
new
United
economics,
Kingdom.
create better products through travel that the government can use, have faster immigration options for a fee, use some of that fee for climate initiatives. People are going to travel anyway. Use that to improve the travel experience for the consumer and fuel further initiatives. I would love to see...
Is this not just a painful truth you're facing, that however inconvenient it may be and expensive it may be, and it is both those things, it has to be done?
I don't believe so, no. I think already, if you look at IATA numbers, we're back to 99% of 2019 numbers for travel. Even with all the pain, the headaches, people have shown time and time again that they value travel, they value seeing other cultures, how other people are taxed, the opportunities they're afforded. It matters to them.
You live in New York, don't you?
No, I live here, actually.
But you fly to New York regularly.
I go to New York sometimes to visit my family.
So you could
I
go
have
to
a
Rome.
father
Do you know
who's
what a
unwell.
flight to New York is? It's actually 1.2 tons. What's 1.2 tons? It's a working class family's emissions for all of their electricity for 2 years. They have to
none
turn
of
off
the-
everything
so none
to
of the
allow
things I do
you
to offset them matter?
to allow you to frequently fly across the Atlantic is hammering the poor.
These are
I'll
flights
tell
that are
you what
going
a scary
anyway.
thing
I'm
for me-
actually making them more efficient by taking last-minute flights.
But
I'm filling a seat that would go unoccupied. Every person that fills that seat, if a plane goes full, it is more sustainable
Gilbert,
than if it were not.
last year, this all really came home to me when you looked at holiday destinations. You looked at Greece, you looked at Portugal, you looked at France, you looked at California, you looked at Canada, burning to the ground, all of them burning to the ground. And we can't keep going on turning a blind eye to this, surely.
I don't think we're turning a blind eye. I think very few industries stand to gain more from sustainability than the travel industry. Airlines, look, they're hard-nosed businesses. Fuel is their highest cost. They would love to move to green, sustainable ways to fly.
But there
they've already
aren't
had a
any.
SAF flight, which was okay. It's not.
There are not any.
It's not Earth-J.
SAF being sustainable, alternative
Aviation
fuel.
fuel, yeah,
This
exactly.
was Virgin,
Correct.
the
Doesn't
Virgin
exist.
flight.
Correct. Yeah.
And
Doesn't exist.
yeah, there's lots of questions about how sustainable that is. And
If you burn hydrogen, what happens is you reduce carbon emissions.
didn't have
you
jet
increase
engines.
water vapor. So there's the same impact on climate change. Rather than your website being called God Save the Points, why don't you call it God Save the Children?
Why don't you call,
Look at the children who
your
are
initiatives create
suffering
something that
across the
doesn't
planet.
make everyone miserable?
Okay, well, is everyone miserable, or do you want to save
Oh,
the
Blue
children?
Monday.
Let
Yeah.
us know. Let us know what you think.
Thank you both.
Gilbert, thank you. Donica, thank you both very much indeed.